What's up, friends? It feels great to be back here in this mildly uncomfortable chair with another video for you. Let me just start out by saying that I definitely did not intend for there to be this huge gap between uploads, but you know how it goes, work, life, everything else gets in the way during the busier summer months, and time just sort of slipped by me. So I apologize for that. I'm gonna try to do better. But today I wanted to share a trip with you that I took to Central Oregon a few weeks back with my wife Jillian and our dog Carl. We both agreed that a more relaxed vacation was calling us this time rather than the sort of hustling pace that we've been at for the past few months. So we were sort of just browsing anywhere within a day's drive of us here in Spokane, Washington, and found this incredible lookout tower sitting out by itself on private land with a view of the mountains in every direction. And it looked absolutely incredible, and the reviews were great, so we booked the only available time window that we got really lucky to grab, and we booked it right away. So I wanted to keep the gear on this setup on this trip very familiar and simple. So I knew I wanted to make a video of our trip, but I also wanted to be able to sort of turn off and enjoy the time that we had there together. So an easy compromise was to stick to the trusty little Fuji X100V for all the photos, and my Sony a7S III, which I'm also shooting this video on, for all the video stuff. We hit the road a few days later, arriving just in time for golden hour in the late afternoon, and I don't think I can explain via words how special and peaceful this place was, but hopefully this video will give you an idea of how it felt to truly mentally and physically just be there, and only there for 3 nights. There was a little over 5 acres of land to roam around on, and a few little foot trails with the back of the property overlooking this massive canyon that was sort of running through that whole area with a river at the bottom of it. And I snagged a few photos there, but I decided that it might be better light in the morning. As the sun faded, I tried to get shots of a few of the peaks you could see from the lookout, There were a total of 13, which is just absolute insanity. But here are a few of some of my notable favorites. That night we sat out on the balcony and we both saw the Milky Way with just our eyeballs, just these guys, for the first time ever. And if you know me, I'm not much of a stargazer and I absolutely despise using tripods, but this one was a special occasion. So I grabbed the tripod, set up the little Fuji on there, and I grabbed this shot. Sunrise was beautiful. After breakfast, we decided to take a drive into the mountains and visit some of Oregon's waterfalls. after a short hike, we headed back to the lookout and had another perfect night. The third day, I thought we'd give a shot at going down the little dirt roads that were just a few miles long near where we were staying and try to access that river that ran through the bottom of the canyon that you could see at the back of the property there. And we ended up finding a trail, and we had the entire place to ourselves for the whole hike, which I don't know if it's just me enjoying the moment that much more, but it feels like I always take my favorite images when I'm in the most remote places and I don't have the distraction of other people around or whatever it might be. But this place was no exception, and I'm really pretty happy with a few of the photos that I got from this morning. I sort of just turned off and enjoyed the time we had together the rest of that day until later that night. It got dark pretty early, and we thought we wouldn't get a great sunset on the last night, We spent a little time reading through the book that they had left there that was written by the woman who designed and built the lookout. It was a fascinating read, and just learning how she sourced the materials and sort of put this place together and thought of all these details and did things in a very specific and intentional way. It really just connected us with the place even more and made us appreciate where we were. And honestly, reading through that book a few times, you just get chills thinking about you being in this place that someone spent so much time and was so intentional building and has so much history and is just so special for so many people. It was definitely a privilege to get to stay there. Right when we thought the sun was gone, the clouds must have opened up just right, and we witnessed what was arguably the most dramatic sunset that we've ever seen. This photo is kind of cool. It is actually a stitch of 19 images off the X100V, which again, I do not normally have the patience or the care to do something like that, but this moment was pretty amazing, and I really wanted to be able to capture the entire sort of panoramic sky with all the clouds, and I couldn't do that with just the 35mm, so I kind of hacked this together, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Well, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love reading all the comments. You guys have been so positive and just like a wave of fresh kindness and faith in humanity, honestly, and just super encouraging. So it makes all this hard work worth it, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one.